What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Love and Basketball, the podcast. We're your hosts. My name is Emmanuel, but you can find me on all socials up here.
And my name is Nigel, but you can find me on all socials up here. Listen, man, we're just a couple that loves talking all things basketball, all things NBA. Make sure you guys like, make sure you guys comment, make sure you guys subscribe to our channel.
Yeah, so for today, we're going to be talking about the downfall of Ben Simmons.
Shaking my head.
Now, the last time Ben Simmons played was February 15th, but the Nets just announced that he's going to be shut down for the rest of the season. What's your thoughts on that?
Tragic. This is just a sad case.
Yeah.
You know, I really didn't even want to make a video about Ben Simmons because it's just been a bad year for him, a bad few seasons for him. But then when I saw that it was announced that they're going to shut him down for the season, that's just crazy to me. Like, when he did play, it was way below anyone's standards. You know, no one's expecting him to go back to all-star form, but we weren't expecting him to look a role player.
Not necessarily for his own shot.
And Irving with a nice hit ahead to Simmons. Simmons looking to attack.
But again, you look how slight Claxton is, Durant is. Simmons isn't huge as he takes. I like it. 1 foot runner.
You know, in these last few games that he played back in February, the coach really said he didn't know how he would fit on the team. So you go from that until now you're shut down for the rest of the season. It's not a good look.
At all. And so what happened to Ben Simmons? What went wrong?
Everything. Stuff got bad real quick.
Shit went bad real quick.
As we all know, take it back to the playoffs a couple years ago, that series versus the Atlanta Hawks. We all know that pass.
Simmons, they cleared out for him. Tapping his way in. Gallinari gives it up. Oh, he was right there. And a foul as Thibault goes to the basket.
That pass was something that was going to be talked about. Our kids are probably going to talk about that pass. You had a chance to go for a dunk, pass the ball. You know how history is. And again, it's not all Ben Simmons' fault or the reason why the 76ers lost that series.
Really, nigga?
Doc Rivers played a major part. Joel Embiid played a major part. But unfortunately, that is going to be the taste that's left in everybody's mouth. And then you go from that to then you don't want to play with the 76ers. You want to trade. To then you want to come back, but your mental health has to be right. To then you don't want to come back at all because your mental health isn't right. To then you're traded for James Harden. And then you don't play again because you're trying to get your body back right. It's just been a mess, honestly.
Yeah, and do you think he's the definition of hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard?
1,000%. I mean, you had a guy where soon as he didn't have to play hard in high school, he didn't have to play hard in college. Going into the draft, there was questions about his work ethic and his motor. So you combine that. We all know he can't shoot. Everybody knows that. It's been like that since he got to the league. He's never did anything to improve his jump shot, which you're playing this game. Everybody is so good. Why do you not want to chase greatness and become even better? If you look at all the greats, a lot of people have worked to create a jump shot for themselves. No one's asking Ben Simmons to become Steph Curry out there, but at least shoot. And it's
player part.
Right. And it seems like as the years went on, you know, he kept getting these accolades. He stopped trying even less. You know, then it went to a point to where he went from sometimes shooting mid-range so he didn't shoot mid-range anymore. Okay, well, at least he would shoot close to the basket. Didn't do that anymore. Then it went to he couldn't even make free throws. So it's like, how do you not, you know, spend hours in the gym and constantly just try to work to get better? And then you have people like his coach, Doc Rivers, when he was on the team saying, oh, well, Ben Simmons doesn't have to shoot because he does everything else well.
What?
And do you think the Nets should look to trade him this offseason?
I think they would definitely have their phones open. They'll be talking to everybody to try to get him off the team. But who's going to trade for that contract? He's owed like $70 million over the next 2 seasons. And the last taste everyone has in their mouth about him is when he was playing with the Nets. He hasn't played since February. He got shut down. When he was playing, he wasn't anything to brag about. So now you're going to bring somebody who's making over $35 million to be a role player to your team?
Might also be the weakest, most pathetic excuse for a professional athlete we have ever seen in not just American history, but the history of sports. I can't think of a professional athlete that has come across more pathetic.
Who's going to want to trade for that, you know? So, of course, they're going to try to, but they're going to probably have to attach a pick and a young player to get him off the team. And I don't know if that's what the Nets really want to do right now.
And what do you think his future's like?
I don't know what's next for Ben Simmons' career, honestly. It's really disheartening, depressing to think that this guy was a 3-time All-Star, All-NBA, was a candidate for Defensive Player of the Year for multiple years, and now, after this contract, will he ever get a contract again?
Wow, man. Damn.
And if he does, it's never going to be 20 plus million, you know?
Very scary for him.
You know, and honestly, part of me thinks he's okay with that. I'm not going to speak for Ben Simmons because I don't know him, but just judging from how he used to act when he was getting All-Stars and everything like that, it always seemed like basketball wasn't the number one thing in his life. There's some players, look at KD, that man is a hooper. He wakes up, goes to sleep, thinking about basketball all day, every day. Not everybody's built like that. Not everybody's going to be like LeBron and Steph and be in the gym before everybody else and work on their craft 24/7 to be the very best. And playing a long time in this league is rare. People think that, you know, to play 10 years and stuff is normal. It's honestly not. So it's very unfortunate, but I hope Ben Simmons has somewhat of a bounce back to where he can at least be a respectable player on the court, because the last few games we saw him before he was shut down, it was like he looked like a bench warmer out there.
Yeah, it was awful.
Yeah.
It's a very sad situation. So let us know what y'all think in the comments.
But that's the end of this video. Don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to subscribe to our channel every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 2 p.m. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
We'll see you on the next one.